Hi guys, how are you all?
Good.
Harshit, I had this question. Did you work on the retakes, Harshit?
What?
Did you work on the retakes links that I sent that was there as a part of the. Did you work on the retakes? Meaning, everybody had some issue or the other, right? Did you all work on the retakes as well? Made sure? Did you make sure that you were good with it? Samanvi, did you finish the testament? Did you have any retakes or did you work on that? Arush, would not have had the time.
I didn't get to finish the test. I'll finish it like tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But I was
Sure,
doing my last week's homework.
sure, ma. Okay. Mm, okay, I did see Lakshmita's. Did you all do the homework? Guys, if that's not coming in, everything is very, very. Doesn't make any sense for us to work on further. Did you get to work on the homework, Jay? How about you,
Wait,
Avyut?
what was I thought the homework was the test.
No.
Because
I
I didn't
started.
check.
Go ahead. Oh, you started working.
Yeah, I
Was it
started,
difficult
but
or
I couldn't.
Miss
difficult or
Priya,
doable? Uh-huh.
I did the test, but I didn't do the homework. Not yet.
Okay, how about you, Vikyat and Akshita? But don't make me send a note to parents and stuff. You have
I
to
also
finish the
thought
homework. Huh?
that the test was the homework.
Yeah, wait, wasn't the test the homework? I did 40 questions, but I'm almost done with it.
Definitely you have not submitted it. Several of you. Okay. I want you to look at it. Make sense?
Wait, so we submitted what again?
Okay. Can I share the screen and show you? I'll share the screen and show you. Hold on. Let me show you. Where is it? This is what I'm asking, guys. When you go to the Google Classroom, meaning, did I miss something? That's what I myself am questioning. See, algebra one. This is the class you're all checking, right? Yeah, in this class there is a benchmark assessment test. After that, there is a PSAT based algebra 1 practice, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it says it was due April 15th, so I thought you were planning for us to do it later.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You have time, but you see, none of you have submitted. That was a little concerning to me, meaning, I don't know. Yeah, I did give you more time because I wanted you to take the time and do, but none of you have even touched it, right? That puts me into distress. You see what I mean? Huh? Meaning, some. Okay, let's see. What are you doing in school, Jay?
We're yes reviewing for star.
Let me tell your parents to that have given time rather than pushing everybody. What is it, ma?
We're reviewing for star.
You're reviewing for star, okay. Might be the reason, but please. Okay. Okay, if you don't understand, you have to come back. Okay, let's see. I'm going to give you this. Value of 150 represent. Okay, how about this? Let me ask you these. These are interpretation questions. Let's see. How about, okay, I'm going to share the whiteboard, yeah. Do you see? In this function, f of x is equal to minus 16 times x minus 3 the whole square plus 150. What does the 150 represent in the projectile motion context? You can send it in. That's nice. Okay, each of you have said differently, but is it the initial value of y? I don't think it's the initial value of y, right? Is that the x-intercept? If you put x equal to 0, are you getting 150? No. Do you see what I mean? It's not the y-intercept. Avyukt, did you see that? It's not the y-intercept. Do you agree with me?
I mean, I guess.
Huh?
I guess.
So what should it represent? What do you think it represents? There should be something that it represents, right? Meaning, put on some values and see maybe. Okay.
Is it like the start, like the start of the projectile motion?
See,
Is it like when the projectile motion like starts?
x minus h the whole square plus k. What does this k represent? You see, x minus h plus k. H comma k is what?
Vertex.
Vertex. So it represents the y value of the vertex. You got it? So basically, some projectile motion happened. Okay. Now what happened here? If you think about it, expand this. Minus 16 x square plus 9 minus 6x, right? Plus 150, right? Now what happened to this? Minus 16 x square plus 16 times 6 is 6, 6 are 36, 6 1s are 6, 7, 8, 96x minus 6 9s are 54, 5 9 1s are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So plus 150. So basically here what happened? If you put it in standard form, this becomes this, right? Here this represents the y-intercept. You got it? That is your y-intercept. You got it? 0, 6. However, this 150 is the y value of the vertex. So the vertex is at the point 3, 150. That means this is 3, 150 is the height. Makes sense? That represents a y value of the vertex. Any questions here? Now, how do you find out when does the projectile reach the ground? How will you find that out? How will you find, meaning what will you do to find the point, this time at which the projectile reaches the ground? How do you do it? So, to find out the projectile reaching the ground, right, what will you substitute in this equation where? I want to know the time at which the projectile reached the ground. What should I do? What does it mean? The projectile reached the ground means what does it mean in terms of mathematics? Guys, please. It's okay to go wrong, right? Tell me, guys. What do you think? Okay, do you want me to, Vikya, do you want to say?
I'm confused on what you're asking.
Okay, who wants to try? I really want one of you to try. Jay, what do you think? What do you think, Jay?
It might be like 150. So it's basically like it takes 150 like seconds or like meters to come down or something like that. To get the point there.
See, so, okay, projectile motion is like, it's like I'm sitting on a 6 feet. Let's say this is 6 feet. Okay, everything is in feet. I am standing on a 6 feet pillar and throwing a stone. That's how I can frame this context. And throwing a stone up in the air. The stone goes up and at some point it falls down. So, when it reaches the highest point in the ground, it is at 3 seconds after I throw, it reaches the highest point. The highest point it reaches is 150 feet. When it comes down, it has to hit the ground. When it hits the ground, see what happens. Which value is 0? When it hits the ground, x value is 0 or y value is 0?
Y value.
Y value is 0. So I can equate the entire expression to 0 and find out the x value by using the quadratic formula. Any questions? Does that make sense? So basically, what are they telling about the projectile motion? It's like, see, you are standing. This is your pillar. And this pillar is 6 feet high. That's what this entire context says. 6 feet high pillar. You're throwing the stone like this. Okay. Now, the stone reaches a point of 3,150. That is 3 seconds after I throw, it reaches 150 feet height. This is in feet. Height. This is the height. This is the time in seconds. 3 seconds in seconds. 3 seconds it reaches the maximum height. I want to find out the time it takes to reach the ground. Then y value will become 0. This is your function value y. So that you equate it to 0. Then if you equate it to 0, you can easily find out the x by using the quadratic formula. Did we discuss the quadratic formula earlier? Have we discussed the quadratic formula earlier? Have we discussed or no? Guys, Harshat, have we discussed?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay, you don't think so. That's fine. How many of you have discussed that at school? How many of you have discussed that at school, guys? Okay. So you can use the quadratic formula to find out the value of x. So when you're given a quadratic equation, what is this quadratic formula? Let me go ahead and show you. Meaning these are just extras which I want to discuss. But definitely you see any quadratic equation, this is a quadratic function. Okay. Now it's a function. Okay. Now this indicates an upward going function, meaning upward going parabola. Okay. Now, I want to find out the value of x, meaning, let's say this is an upward going parabola, something like this, or it can even be like this. Okay, this parabola, it can be any, see, it is an upward facing parabola. It can be like this, or it can be like this, or it can be like this. We don't know how, but any parabola touches the x-axis. Do you see? Any parabola touches the x-axis. Wherever it touches the x-axis is called x-intercepts or roots or zeros. Make sense? Roots or zeros or x-intercepts. How do you find them? When you want to find out your x-intercept, suppose you studied a line. When you want to find the x-intercepts, what do you do? What do you do to find the x-intercepts?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if the graph, instead of being do you see the middle graph? What if it was, instead of going down, what if it was up? So like, for example, the in h comma k, the k was positive, so it was y equals x squared plus 9.
How about this one?
Yeah. So
Okay.
wouldn't it not touch the x-axis?
Ah, very nice. It won't touch the x-axis, correct? Very good question. This quadratic function, right, doesn't touch the x-axis. That means there is something about it. Okay, first let me finish. This is meaning this scenario I was about to discuss a little later. I'll come to that. Can I come to that soon after we discuss this?
Okay.
Okay, now we are considering all the parabolas are going to touch the x-axis for now. Now, how to find the points where it touches the x-axis? We don't know. So basically, when you equate your y, see, for a line, how did you find your x-intercept? What will you do to find the x-intercept? Do you remember? Do you remember how will you find your
When
x-intercept?
y is equal to 0.
Yeah, put y equal to 0. To find the y-intercept, what did you do?
X equal to 0.
Put x equal to 0, correct. X equal to 0, you plug it into the equation and find out the value for y. To find out your x-intercept, put y equal to 0. Here, y is the function value. So, put that equal to 0. After you put that equal to 0, how to find this? You know, there is a quicker method. This is the quickest method and it works very perfectly. Whether you know any other method or not, you can use the quadratic formula. What is this quadratic formula? Quadratic formula says, if you are given a quadratic function of this model ax square plus bx plus c, your x value, there will be two x values for this. Two x values means the parabola will cut the x-axis at 2 points. For this parabola, the 2 points will be the same and that will be this value. For this parabola, the two values will be the same, that will be this value. Make sense? Now, how do you find it? Minus b plus or minus, you have to memorize this, okay? Everybody has to memorize this. B square minus 4ac by 2a. Make sense? This is the general formula we will use to find out both the x values in any quadratic equation. In a quadratic equation, it's very easy. Whether you remember factoring the trinomials, how do you find the x value? Squares. Completing square is one way. You can complete the square and find out. But if you don't remember any of the methods, right, go with the quadratic formula. It will give you both the values of x. But before I go into this, right, there is some very good significance about this. What is this? The value b square minus 4ac in any quadratic function ax square plus bx plus c, the value b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. Okay, it's so significant for a quadratic function. Why? Discriminant, if it is equal to 0, then this quadratic, the parabola has double roots. Double roots means x value will be 3, x value will be 3. The two x values will be the same. Does that make sense? It has double roots. This is very new to you. It has repeated roots. Let's call it as repeated roots. Okay. Another thing, d can be less than 0. The discriminant can be less than 0. You know what happens if the discriminant is less than 0? Your parabola will be like this, like this. What is the difference? It will never touch the x-axis. If it doesn't touch the x-axis, you know what happens? It does not have real number roots. It does not have real roots. Real roots means, what are real roots? Real number system, do you remember? Fraction, decimal, whole number, integer. Nothing of that sort. Irrational or rational numbers belong to real numbers, right? then the roots, the x values of this quadratic function where the d is less than 0 will be an imaginary number. The roots, the x value for such, see, this is one example. This is a quadratic equation where find out the value of b square minus 4ac. What is b square? B square is 0. There's no x component here. X square only is there. Minus 4 times 1 times 9. See, the b value is minus the discriminant value is minus 36. That means it's less than 0. So it does not have real roots. What does it mean not to have real roots? We have always studied numbers that are real. Remember in 6th grade we studied real. Then we categorized that as, what did we categorize? Rational, irrational. Inside rational we studied a lot of things. Then we discussed integers. Within integers we had whole numbers. In whole numbers it was counting numbers, right? So all this we studied. This is the real number system we studied in our 6th grade. Irrational means decimals that don't have a repetitive pattern of decimals after the dot. Irrational. Now there is another set of numbers called imaginary. They exist only in the imaginary world. Those set of numbers are like 4 plus 5i, 3 plus 2i, 4i. There's always an I component to it, imaginary component to it. What is that? I'll explain, but you have never been exposed to it. So, when d is less than 0, it does not have real roots. The parabola does not pass through the x-axis and the x values are all in imaginary state. That's all. You have it like that. Now, the last step is d is greater than 0. D is a nice positive number. What happens here? If d is greater than 0, d can be a perfect square or not a perfect square. Not a perfect square. Two things. If it is a perfect square, then you have real repeated roots. You will have, real. You will have real rational roots. Real, rational, distinct roots. Distinct roots means the values will be different. Okay, real, rational, distinct roots. If it is not a perfect square, then it will be real, irrational roots. Irrational roots means what? You will have square root of 2 inside it, or square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 9. You got it? It will not be a nice thing to see. Like 3 minus 4. Those are real, rational, distinct roots. But real irrational roots will be like 1 plus root 3 by 2. 1 minus root 3 by 2. Hard numbers will be there. Where you will have square root of 3, square root of 2. Those are irrational. When you convert them to decimal, you don't know the repeated pattern. So what did we discuss? Let me go ahead and discuss this. Now, we discussed about something called discriminant in quadratics. What is this discriminant? For a quadratic function written in standard form like this, let's say this is f of x, the discriminant is given by b square minus 4ac. Okay, now there are three types of d. One is d less than 0, d equal to 0, d greater than 0. D is less than 0 means both are imaginary roots. Both means why both? Always x has two values, right? Both are imaginary roots. Roots means x values. D equal to 0 means both are repeated roots. Meaning the parabola touches the x-axis like this or like this or like this or like this. Touches the x-axis at only one point. Both the x values are the same. If it's greater than 0 again, it can be a perfect square or it need not be a perfect square. Okay. If it is a perfect square, what happens? If it is a perfect square, then the roots are real, distinct, rational. Different numbers. It is a real number, rational number. Not a perfect square means real irrational roots. Any questions? Any questions?
Wait, so that means d is less than 0 and it's not a perfect square, then it's not distinct.
It is distinct, Amma. Here it is distinct only.
Oh.
Okay. See, Harshad, roots will be like this. 1 plus root 2 by 3, 1 minus root 2 by 3. They are distinct, right? Two different points. You see, root 2 is 1.414. Then add this 2.414 by 3 is what? 0.8 something, right? So it will be plus 0.8 something. And then if you evaluate this, 1 minus 1.414, right? Divide by 2. Divide by 2, let's have. If you want to divide by 2, this is 2.414 divided by 2. That will be 1.207. So let me put it as 1.207. See how the numbers are so messy. 1 minus 1.414 is 0.414 by 2. So that will be 0.212. You got it? So this parabola will be like this. You see, those are the 2 points where it touches the x-axis. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they are distinct only. See, they touch the x-axis at 2 different points. So they will definitely be distinct only. Can I move on?
Yeah.
Now, discriminant has a lot of value to it. Okay, you will be able to tell the type of roots of the quadratic function from that. Okay, it is important for you all to know about the discriminant. Now, we know how you will tell me about how the x value is going to be. Whether it is going to be rational, distinct, imaginary, real, all that you can say. But what is the value of x? That you don't know, right? That is when your quadratic formula comes into help. X will be equal to x will be equal to minus b plus or minus square root of the discriminant by 2. Plus or minus b plus or minus square root of the discriminant divided by 2a. Yeah. Too many times if I say, I'm getting confused. Did you get it? Did you get it, guys? By 2a. Got it, guys? This one you need to memorize. First you find out the discriminant, take the square root of the discriminant and plug in there. Can we try one or two? I'm going to try one or two. I'll show you. How about this? X square minus 6x plus 9. This is what I gave you. This is my f of x. First I want to find the nature of the roots, meaning what type of numbers will be my roots. For that, what should I do? B square minus 4ac, which is minus 6 is your b, right? Square minus 4 times a is 1. C is 9. 36 minus 36, 0 you're getting. So how will the roots be? What will be the value of x? 0 means what? The discriminant says it's a 0. So what will be the nature of the roots? What will be the values? What will be the type of values for x value?
It has repeated or one exponent.
Yeah, repeated. What to say? Repeated root means same number will be both the values of x. Is that so? Let's experiment it. X will be equal to minus b. B is a minus 6. Minus b plus or minus b square. B square is what? Minus 6 the whole square. Minus 4 times a times c. Divide by 2a. Am I with you all? I will have to process this. What is this so hard? Plus 6.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You already did a b squared minus 4ac there. You got the d, right? So why are you separately writing out? Why can't you just do plus?
Very nice. Yes, I can do it. What is that? 0, right?
Yeah.
Good job, Harshad. Okay, divide by 2. So what happens? Plus 6 by 2 will be equal to a 3. See, you're getting only one value. So if you're getting only one value, x equal to 3, x equal to 3. That means what? X minus 3 equal to a 0. X minus 3 equal to a 0. So the x-intercepts are the point 3. That means this parabola is an upward facing parabola.
I tried solving this after I searched up the formula. I got it right. This one.
1 second, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry guys. So for this parabola, x equal to 3, x equal to 3. That means what? Subtract 3 on both sides. X minus 3 is a 0, x minus 3 is a 0. Is a 0 means what? Means this point, right, x equal to 3. At that point, the parabola touches the x-axis. Here, the leading coefficient is the number that accompanies the highest power of x. The leading coefficient is a positive number. So it is an upward facing parabola. It touches the x-axis at only one point. That is 3. Okay, now you know the x-intercepts, right? You can write this equation as x minus 3 times x minus 3 equal to f of x. This form of writing as the product, right? Meaning you're writing it like you're finding x minus 3 is a 0, x minus 3 is a 0. You're combining both and writing it as the function value, correct? This form of writing is called the third form, intercept form of quadratic equations. Makes sense? A lot of new concepts. This form of writing, see, first what did we learn? We learned ax square plus bx plus c was the standard form of a quadratic equation. Okay. Then we learnt a x minus h the whole square plus k. What is this form? You all remember? What is this form?
Intersect.
No, this one.
Oh, vertex.
Vertex form, where vertex is what? Vertex is h comma k, right? How will you find the vertex here? How will you find the vertex from a standard form? Minus b by 2a is the x value of the vertex, and plug that into that equation. Will be the y value of the vertex. Make sense? Now the last form is x minus p times x minus q. You can put a times. So that will be your intercept form. Make sense? That will be your intercept form. These are the places where your parabola touches the x-axis. We also learnt about discriminant. What is this discriminant? Will be b square minus 4ac. Why are we using this discriminant? It will tell us the nature of the roots, whether it's a rational number, nature of roots, nature of zeros. What does that mean? X values. How will you find the x value? Minus b plus or minus, meaning you can substitute a plus and a minus. So you'll have two values of x. Square root of d by 2a. That is the value of x. This is the easiest way to find out x in from a quadratic function. You'll have two values. What are the two values? X will be equal to minus b plus square root of d by 2a. Other value is minus b minus square root of d by 2a. Make sense? Arush, are you following? Avyuk, have you learnt all these at school already, or it's coming up?
We learned all of these except for the intercept form.
Oh, discriminant you learned?
Yeah, we learned the discriminant.
Discriminant and predicting the nature of roots you learned, huh?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Jay? Already done in school?
We just started, but and then we did. Yeah, we didn't continue on that.
Okay. Now I'm going to stop screen share it again because it's not sharing what I want to share. Let's see. This one is better. Okay, now let's go ahead and try. I want you to really try x square minus 5x plus 6. I want to know how are the roots, type of roots. Can you predict the type of roots by finding the determinant? Can you find out the type of roots by finding the determinant? Please find out. And if you're stuck, you should be the first person to ping me to tell me that you are stuck. I would be more than happy to help. சொல்லுங்க. Harshit, I didn't understand your question. Is it just between standard and vertex means what, Harshit? I didn't get you. Harshit, sorry, I didn't.
I got 386.
So, two distinct roots, two distinct real rational you need to put. Real rational or real irrational? Yes, sure, Avyut. That's correct, Avyut. So, what are the roots? What are the roots? Easiest way? You can use, see, we did discuss completing squares, correct? Samanvi, did we discuss completing squares?
I don't think so.
Others, do you remember completing squares?
I think I do.
I feel like I did. I honestly feel like we did, ma, but I don't
We
know.
did it last class. I know that we did it.
Yeah, that's what I feel because I remember telling you guys should not. Correct, Akshita. Okay, now I'm going to give you more, okay?
Miss Priya, is my answer correct?
Everybody's answer was correct, I have checked.
Okay.
So I really want discriminant and two problems. Let's see. Let's try this one. Okay, how about this? Okay, let's try this one. How about this? I want you to really find this out. Okay, let's see this one. How about this? What type of fruits for this one? For that one, what is the type of fruit? You have to let me know, guys. What is the type of fruit that you will get for this? Are you able to do, ma? I want to. Really? Harshad. I don't think so. What did I give you? That seems incorrect, Harshad. Harshad, I don't think so, Harshad. Vikyat correct. Done. Not really, Harshad. Harshad, is this the answer that you gave? Real, irrational, distinct roots for this question? Guys, okay, one is repeated distinct, okay? This is not just enough if you tell distinct or repeated, okay? More I need details on whether it is real rational or real irrational. Everything you need to cover, or it can be imaginary root. Imaginary means does not belong to real number system where d is less than 0. Repeated roots are when d equal to 0. All this belongs to d greater than 0. So I really need to know both distinct, real, rational, irrational, imaginary, everything, what type it belongs to. What does imperfect means? Oh, distinct, that's what you mean? Avyuk, do you mean imperfect means what?
I mean, I can tell it is a rational number. I'm saying imperfect because it's a fraction, that's all.
Oh, but you cannot call it imperfect, right? It is rational. Rational means it's a fraction.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Now, let's call this. Let's see. What is the d value? Minus b plus, I'm sorry. Too many times if I say something, I forget. B square minus 4ac, right? So that is minus 4 is b. Minus 4 the whole square. Minus 4, a is 4, c is minus 15. Now what happens? Minus 4 square is there, minus 4 square is there. I would like to take 4 square, right? 16 minus 16 times minus 15. I will take 16 common. So it would be 1 minus minus 15. So 16 times 16 I'm saying. Wow, it's a perfect square. I'm thinking it's 256. Did you all get the same thing?
Yeah.
If it is 256, what happens? D is greater than 0 and a perfect square, right? So what does it mean? Its roots are distinct, real, rational. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to find out the x value. X value equal to minus b. Which is minus b? 4 plus or minus square root of 256 by 8. 4 plus or minus square root of 256 is 16 by 8. That means it can be written as 4 plus 16 by 8, which is 20 by 8, or it can be 4 minus 16 means what? Minus 12 by 8. But these are not simplified fraction. 10 by 4 or 5 by 2. This side it becomes minus 3 by 2. So the roots are minus 3 by 2 and 5 by 2. What does it mean in a graph? 5 by 2 and minus 3 by 2 are the x values. When y is 0, y has to be 0, then only they become the root. So y value is 0. So x value can be minus 3 by 2, minus 1.5. And the second one is 2.5. minus, this is plus 2.5. So this is where it cuts the x-axis. You see? Did you get it? But what is this vertex? What is the point of the vertex? Let's find out. Minus b by 2a, right? Minus b by 2a means 4 by 8. 1 by 2 is your x value of the vertex. 1 by 2 is your x value of the vertex. Suppose if I substitute that here, right? 1 by 2 x. Instead of x, I'll substitute 1 by 2. Right? Minus 4 by 2 minus 15. What happens? 1 minus 2 minus 15. What is that? 1 minus 17. That is minus 16. So half comma minus 16 is your vertex. Does it make sense? Jay, did it make sense, all of this?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Where is that you're missing? Tell me. Where do you think it's a little
Kind
hard
of
for
got
you?
confused when you started explaining with the red writing or something.
Ah, okay. So when I started in a graph, you got confused, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. What I mean is you should be able to relate that to a graph. Okay, this is all algebra, but we have to relate this to a graph. We know this represents a parabola. This value, the number that accompanies the highest power of x is a positive value, so it is an upward facing parabola. Right? Roots means the parabola touches the x-axis. Parabola touches the x-axis at x equal to 5 by 2. 1, 2, 3. 5 by 2 means 2.5, right? Minus, this is 2.5. Okay. Now, it also touches the x-axis at minus 1.5. Nidhi, are you following, ma?
Yes.
Okay. So, those are the points through which my graph passes. That's what I said. Now, I'm going to draw this graph. Okay. Just like that, I'm going to draw this graph. Okay. But how do I know what is this point? I don't even know what is this point, the vertex point. How do I know that? From this, I'll go back to this equation. How to find out the vertex? This is in standard form. So, x value of the vertex is minus b by 2a. What is minus b by 2a? Minus, what is the b value? Minus 4 divided by 2 times 8, which is 1 by, 1 minute, what is that? Let me see, guys. Minus b by 2a means 4 by 2 times 4. Okay, 4 by 2 times 4. 2 times 4, right? Yeah, 4 by 2 times 4, 2a. Okay, now 4 and 4 get cancelled, so it is a 1 by 2. So at 1 by 2, x value of the vertex is 1 by 2. How to find the y value of the vertex? Plug this x value into the equation. How to plug it in? 4 times 1 by 4 minus 4 divided by 2 minus 15. That is the y value of the vertex. Y value of the vertex is this. 1 minus 17 minus 16. So half comma minus 16 is your vertex. Arush, did it make sense?
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Samanvi, did you get it?
Yes.
How about you, Vikyat?
I got it.
Okay, I have a question. How are you doing, Vikyat, in school? Is it too easy?
Yeah, I have 100 in my math class right now.
Oh, okay. But you, okay. Yeah, next year you should look at CBing geometry, Vikyat. Remember that, tell your mom. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah,
You have to talk to her and get back to me on that.
got it.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a problem. Let me see how you confront it. Okay. Okay, first I'll give you an easy question. Okay, whatever we have discussed already, I'll give you. Then you decide how you want to go about it. Let's see. I want to give you some irrational roots. I don't have. That's so sad. Okay. 1 second. Okay, how about this? I would like to have a question. This one. How about this? Tell me, the question is, oh my gosh, x square minus 2x minus 1. X square minus 2x minus 1 is the function. Can you please tell me what is the type of root? I want two things. You have to tell whether it is real or imaginary. Okay? If it is real, you have to tell me if it is rational or irrational. Remember that. That is number one. Number two, repeated or distinct, you have to say. All this is only based on the discriminant, which is such a big significance for a quadratic function. Next one would be a harder problem. You have to think a little bit and answer. Let me see.
Thursday discuss చేస్తా ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ పోతే మంచి ఆన్సర్ పడుతుంది
But see, irrespective of your EOC, guys, learn all this. Whether they teach in school or not, it is so useful for your standardized tests. All these are so important.
Miss Priya, I can't send any messages.
One paneer butter masala. Right. And two garlic nuts.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
One samosa.
Okay, I have a question. Harshad.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a rational root? Why do you think it's a rational root?
Because I got 16. So.
You got 16. Let's see.
I mean, I got 8.
See.
Yes.
Avyukt. Correct. That is correct. Very nice. Others, I really want to know what is the nature of roots. First, tell me the nature of roots and what are the roots. Nature of the roots and what are the roots. Two things. Go ahead. Wow. Avyukt. Avyukt. That's not the simplified format. Did you see that? Avyukt. You can really simplify that still. Arush, good job. But you have to tell me the roots.
Great news. The order has been accepted and be ready.
Did you get it, guys? No of you. The way you're simplifying is incorrect. I really want you to I really want myself to show you, work this out and show you guys. Nidhi, did you get it? Samanvi, where is your answer? You cannot keep quiet, Amma. So sorry. Otherwise, I'll bug you, ping you. You have to at least say, I don't know.
I put an answer.
Sorry. You put an answer, then I was not attentive. Maybe. I'm checking. Arush, what are the roots? Jay, very good job. What are the roots? Samanvi, very nice. But what are the roots, ma?
What do you mean? I put the...
Yeah, you put the nature of the roots. What are the roots? What are the x values?
Oh.
Okay. So, coming to the discriminant, most of you got it right. Nidhi, did you get it, ma?
Yes, Miss Priya.
So, basically, this is a 4 plus 4, 8 is what I'm getting, which is 2 root, which is 8. Let me put it as 8. Okay. 8. Now, for the roots, right, I'm going to show you. Several of you are making mistakes in simplifying. Minus b plus or minus square root of d by 2a, right? A is 1 here. Okay. So, x will be equal to 2 plus or minus square root of 8 by 2. Guys, see here, guys. 2, first of all, simplify the radical. That's why we worked on radical initially. 2 plus or minus 2 root 2 by 2. Okay. Now, I'm bringing this here to this side. So, the roots are 2 plus 2 root 2 by 2. Other root is 2 minus 2 root 2 by 2. But guys, please remember this 2 is common to both. You can write it out as 2 by 2 plus 2 root 2 by 2. So, what happens here? That becomes 1 plus root 2. Here, again it's common to both. 2 by 2 is a 1. 2 root 2 by 2 is a root 2. So, the roots are 1 plus root 2 and 1 minus root 2. Any questions? Because of the square root of 2, it becomes irrational. But what is this? In a graph, what is this? 1 plus root 2 is what? Root 2 is 1.4. Right? So, this amounts to 2.4. This amounts to 1.414. This amounts to minus 0.4. That's the decimal value. So, in a graph, what does it mean? 2.4 is here. Minus 0.4 is here. Okay. There are two. These are the two places where it crosses the x-axis. It is an upward facing parabola. So, the parabola looks like this. Any questions? Akshita, are you following, ma?
To simplify it.
Get you, ma. It's so noisy. What is that?
Yes, I understand.
Understand? Okay. Who did not understand this? Avyukt, did you understand how to simplify Avyukt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about this? This will come, guys, repeatedly. Why am I so particular that you need to understand this? Because again and again and again it will come in algebra 2. Okay. I really would like you to do well there. Okay. How about this? I have another question, a differently written question for you. Okay. Let's see. You can do this. Okay. You can do this. It's not like you cannot do this. Okay. You have to think differently based on the concepts we discussed. Concepts are already discussed. So I'm thinking you can do it. Find the values of k so that the quadratic has a repeated root. When does the quadratic function has a repeated root? And one more thing, guys. These are mathematical terms where you cannot change. Suppose if they give you x square plus kx plus 16 equal to f of x. This is a quadratic function. This alone is a quadratic function. Right? When they give you this, right, you call it as a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic function. Makes sense? There's a huge difference between them, right? This is a quadratic function. When you put that equal to 0, then it becomes a quadratic equation. Find the values of k so that the quadratic is a repeated root. What can I do about this? Come on, I'll do it on the board, but guide me. When will it have a repeated root?
When
When will
x is equal to, when d is equal to 0.
D equal to 0. But what is d? B square. B is a k. So I'll write it out as k square. Minus 4 times 1 times 16 is a 0. K square minus 64 equal to a 0. What is the value of k?
8.
K will be equal to a plus or minus 8, right? Do you see? When k is a plus 8 or when k is a minus 8, let's find out. X square plus 8x plus 16. Another function can be x square minus 8x plus 16. Will it be a repeated root? Yes, this is a square term, this is a square term. Remember guys, this is of the format a square plus b square plus 2 times a times b. So this can be written as x plus 4 the whole square. Do you see the repeated root is x equal to minus 4, x equal to minus 4. Here it can be written as x minus 4 the whole square. So the repeated root is x equal to 4. This is the parabola. For this one, x equal to minus 4. Make sense, guys? Does it make sense? You have to remember this
question.
Yeah.
So will the value of k, will there always be a negative value and a positive value of k if the quadratic has a repeated root?
If the quadratic is a repeated root, yes, because a square plus 2ab plus b square is a plus b the whole square. You see what I mean? Okay, or it can be a square minus 2ab plus b square, can also be written as a minus b the whole square. You got it? That's why.
Okay.
If it is plus or minus, you see it can be written as x plus 4 or x minus 4. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a good question, right? Yeah. Can we stop here? Did you learn a lot today? Okay, let me try to find out one more problem which makes you think differently. Let's see. Let's see. One more problem, guys. Hold on. Yeah, you can think about this. Do you want to think about this? Let's see. Try this one. For what values of p does this have irrational real roots? With that we'll discuss, okay? Oh, how do you know that? Okay, Harshit, you know what? Square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5. I would really like you to memorize till square root of 5 or 4, square root of 5. But you want to know how we identified the value of square root of 2. Is it, Harshit? Is that Harshit?
Yeah.
I really want to okay, I'll tell you, you just go and do that and see at home. Okay, I'm going to tell you. No, there is a I don't remember on top of my head. There is a you need to do this activity. Did you all get it? Irrational real roots greater than 0, which is not a perfect square, right? Spiral of Theodorus. Harshad, note that down. I really want you to go search for this activity. Spiral of Theodorus. Did you note down Theodorus? Theodorus. Next week, I want you to look at what is that activity. Make sense? You can Google. Okay, you can Google, but please do the spiral at home. You see what I mean? Physically do the spiral at home. Find out the value of square root of 2, square root of 3. That's the best activity for you to learn why the square root of 2 is equal to 1.414. Why the square root of 3 is 1.713, I think.
It looks like a snail's shell.
Exactly. It's a spiral. Spiral of Theodorus. But you need to do that activity and go. Okay, guys. Let me do it and see. Jay, did you get the answer? Okay, he says p equal to 7. So for it to have irrational real roots, right? What is the criteria? D greater than 0, right? D greater than 0 and not perfect square, right? So let's see. D greater than 0, p square minus 36. Okay. P square minus 36. D should be greater than 0. So p square should be greater than 36. Then you take square root, right? That doesn't make sense. So p greater than plus 6 and p greater. So p square is greater than 36 means it should be on a this is a minus 6, this is a plus 6. So basically any number this side or any number this side will help. What answer did you all get?
I didn't get p is greater than minus 6.
It is not great. Okay, let's see. Wait.
I got p is greater than 6. I just didn't get p is greater than minus 6.
Yeah, I got p is greater than 6.
Good. Okay. But wait. There is one catch here. P square is greater than 36. All of you would have got. From this you concluded p is greater than 6. Correct, guys? But tell me this. P square greater than 36 means what values of p can be there?
7.
It's a negative 6.
7. Jay said 7. Okay, 7 can be there. What other values can be there?
6.1.
6.1. Guys, don't always think on the right side of the number line. What other values can be there? There's a left side of... negative 7. Negative 6.1. You see? You see the problem here? So, on a number line, if you think about it, when does p square will be greater than 36? If it is anything above 6 or anything below minus 6. Below minus 6. Below minus 6 means minus 7, minus 8. Below, see, in negative number line, right? The numbers will be more on the left side, right? So what you can do, you can say absolute value of p greater than 6. Make sense? This is the tricky question. I told you, right? I'm wanting to think you to think differently. So here you can say absolute value of p greater than 6. Then that is when this will have. See, even if p is equal to minus 5x plus 9, it will be a real irrational roots. Okay, even if p is minus 7. Or it can be x square plus 7x plus 9. This will also be real irrational roots. Make sense, guys? Both sides will be okay. Any x value here or x value here. Okay, guys, I'll stop here. I've taken too much of your time. Okay. Good luck. And when is your star exam? That alone you let me know, guys. Whoever is writing star. When is Algebra 1 star?
I have it on the 21st.
Yeah, same.
April 21st, huh?
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any questions, you stay.
Bye, Miss
Otherwise, we'll
Priya.
speak. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Dhruv Samanvi, did you have any questions?